I had to share this with you. I was talking to a guy the other day at a talk I gave about British inventions, madcap, crazy, eccentric inventions, but also inventions from the time of the British Empire that changed the world and changed lives throughout the world. And we were talking about these inventions, and I noticed that he was a pipe smoker. I couldn't help but notice he was a pipe smoker. You know pipe smokers. They smell of tobacco. Now, it's not offensive to me. It's quite warming. It's quite magical. I quite like the smell of old pipe. I said, you're obviously a pipe smoker. He said, I am. I said, how do you light your pipe? He said, well, of course, I use matches. And he pulled out a small box of matches from his pocket. And I said, well, how did pipe smokers used to light their pipes prior to 1827 when the match was invented? He didn't know. He was dumbfounded. And this is a question I know that you have never asked yourself. When, why, what, how, where was the match invented? And crucially, what did people do prior to the match being invented? And was the money involved? Well, yes, huge fortunes. And I'm going to get on to that. So what did people do prior to the match being invented, which I'll tell you about in a moment? To light fires. Well, it's very difficult. They had to light fires traditionally using steel and flint, and maybe even the very old-fashioned way of rubbing wooden sticks together. So once you'd got your fire going, you'd have to keep it going because you didn't want to have to start lighting your fire every morning. And so you'd keep the home fires burning. And then when you needed to transfer a flame from the hearth there to, say, the kitchen to a cooking range, or a candle somewhere else in the house, or light your pipe in the dining room, say, you'd have to transfer the flame. And you do that very dangerously by lighting sticks, rolled up bits of newspaper or taper. Now, this is one of the reasons why an awful lot of houses prior to 1827 burnt down. Terrible problems with fire. So it's very dangerous and very difficult to keep going until 1827, when a man called John Walker walks onto the world stage. John was a chemist from Stockton-on-Tees in the northeast of England. And one night, John was at home experimenting with chemical compounds. He was a chemist. That's what he did. And it was also his hobby. He loved his job. And by accident, he realized that certain chemical components he'd put together, when mixed and dried and rubbed across his hearth, burst into flames. Instantaneous fire. The first time in the world this had been invented. It was an accident. But John, being a great opportunist, decided that people would pay money for this. So he got little slithers of wood, little sticks, chopped them up, dipped the sticks into the compound that he'd invented, put them in bundles of 50 in little cardboard boxes with a tiny piece of sandpaper so the match would light. He called them fire sticks. And he sold them from his shop, his chemist shop, on Stockton High Street in the northeast of England. And they sold like hotcakes. John Walker, after 1827, was making loads of money from his shop in Stockton. They cost £7 a box in today's terms, but you would happily pay that, wouldn't you, to get instant access to fire, light and heat. And John Walker's friends and his family and all around him said to him and fully expected that he would patent this idea. This is, the heartland of the Industrial Revolution, inventions galore, money being made. They said, John, you've got to patent your fire sticks. You will make a fortune. John Walker's reply was this. He said, I'm a single man. I have a successful business. I have no wife or children to care for. I have enough money. I'm happy and content in my life and in my world. But, John Walker said, the world deserved and needed instant access to fire, light and heat. And so therefore, he said, from now on in, anybody in the world, wherever they live, can use my invention to make their own fire sticks, matches, without any patent or any money coming my way. That's what the world deserved. That's what John Walker insisted upon. And that's how John Walker gave up his fortune and why you and I have instant access to heat, light, fire, and warmth.